Shizui can literally turn a nigga gay. Okay? Shizui can literally make you, okay, a professional Olympic dick gobbler. If he wanted to. All the nigga has to do is look at you in the eye and that's it.
What?
Okay? All he has to do to you is look at you, right? And you're a dick gobbler. Okay? You're a professional dick gobbler. And yo, what's up, nigga? We are gonna be ranking Mangekyou Sharingan abilities from the worst one to the best one. If you have any suggestions or if you disagree with anything I say, let me know in the Discord, in the description, okay? So let's get started with this. Let's start with the first one, okay? We're gonna go with, let's go with Madara Uchiha's Mangekyou Sharingan, okay? So I'm gonna put Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan in a D tier, okay? Now let me explain. Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan literally has no feats, okay? We don't know what Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan can do. As long as we don't know the feats, then it's gonna stay in D tier, you know what I'm saying? And the next one, yeah? The next one is gonna be Obito's Mangekyou Sharingan, okay? We are gonna put this, I'm gonna put this one at a, I'm gonna put this on S tier, okay? Let me explain, okay? If you have Obito's Mangekyou Sharingan, right? No one can touch you, okay? And you are literally not susceptible to anybody's Genjutsu, okay? Because if they need to send like Genjutsu to you, they need to look you in the eyes, right? If your eyes are not there, physically there, they cannot give you Genjutsu, bro. Nobody can touch you. And not only that, right? You have your own dimension dedicated to your Mangekyou Sharingan. That's literally S tier, okay? That's premium. You get a whole separate pocket dimension to your Mangekyou Sharingan. I don't see any other Mangekyou Sharingan doing that, and that is why that is literally S tier. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have this power, nobody can literally touch you, literally. Alright, so, alright, okay, cool. Alright, let's go into the next one. Let's see. Okay, let's start with Itachi's Mangekyou. Okay, now where am I gonna place Itachi's Mangekyou? I'm gonna place Itachi's Mangekyou. I'm putting B. Okay, here's my reason why. Itachi's Mangekyou Sharingan isn't special because he has Amaterasu. It's special because he's got Tsukuyomi, okay? With Tsukuyomi, if you put someone in Genjutsu, you can literally kill them with just a Genjutsu, alright? I don't remember any Mangekyou Sharingan, right, on this tier list currently that has the ability to take a nigga out just by looking at them, man, okay? Itachi's Mangekyou Sharingan can do that, okay? And in fact, there was a feat where he put his girlfriend in a Genjutsu and literally killed her by giving her or making her look at her entire lifespan, okay? She lived her entire life inside a Genjutsu and after that she died, literally, okay? I don't see any Mangekyou Sharingan with that ability. So just because of Tsukuyomi alone, we are gonna put Itachi's Mangekyou Sharingan in the B tier. Oh shit, I said Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan. I meant to say Izuna's Mangekyou Sharingan, alright? So Izuna's Mangekyou Sharingan is number D. And we're gonna look. We're gonna have to put Madara's Uchiha's Mangekyou Sharingan in D tier as well because it literally has no feats. We haven't seen Madara use his Mangekyou Sharingan to do anything. You see what I'm saying? And because of that, it's gonna have to put. I'm gonna have to put that in the D tier, and that's just how it's gonna be. You feel me? That's just how it's gonna be. Let's look at the next one. Okay, now Sasuke. What feats does Sasuke's Mangekyou Sharingan does? Sasuke's Mangekyou Sharingan can literally do two things. Sasuke's Mangekyou Sharingan can just literally do Amaterasu, okay, and then he can control the flames, okay. Amaterasu is very dangerous and apparently it's as hot as the sun, but I think that's an exaggeration from the data books. Because if it was as hot as the sun, trust me, niggas will not be standing right next to it, trying to recover Sasuke's body after he fought Itachi. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a thing, and it's not gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, Amaterasu is a bit overhyped here. The only feat with Amaterasu is the fact that you can't just extinguish it. You literally can't do that. You feel me? So due to that, yeah, we're gonna put Sasuke's Mangekyou Sharingan. I'm gonna put it slightly below Itachi's Mangekyou Sharingan because in his other eye, okay, all he can literally do is just manipulate the flames, right? So the flame by itself is the main feat. You know what I'm saying? Being able to manipulate is not really gonna, you know, give you much of an advantage above Itachi, and that's why I'm gonna put that in a C tier. All right. Okay. okay. Let's do Shizui Mangekyou Sharingan. Right now, I'm gonna put Shizu's Mangekyou Sharingan S tier. Let me tell you why, okay? Shizui can literally turn a nigga gay, okay? Shizui can literally make you, okay, a professional Olympic dick gobbler. If he wanted to. All the nigga has to do is look at you in the eye and that's it.
What?
Okay? All he has to do to you is look at you, right? And you're a dick gobbler, okay? You're a professional dick gobbler. And the reason why I'm putting S tier, right, and go side by side with Obito is this, okay? If you had Koto Amasukami and you wanted to use it on Obito, like I said, look, you need to be able to look at the guy physically, right? The person has to be there in order for you to cast a Genjutsu. If the person is not there physically, okay, if you're using Kamui, right, then you cannot cast Koto Amasukami on that person. And that's why it is an S tier, period, alright? If a person with Koto Amasukami or Shizui's Mangekyou Sharingan has better Genjutsu skills than you, there is no way you're going to be able to escape the Koto Amasukami, alright? And this will affect every user in the tier list, alright? So trust me, Koto Amasukami is not something you're going to be messing with, alright? So let's go to the next one. Next one is Indra's Mangekyou Sharingan. Now, okay, look, we know Indra's very powerful, okay? In fact, he is, if we had to say the strongest Uchiha that we know, right? First would be, let's be real, Kaguya is the originator of everything, right? So we'll put Kaguya number 1, number 2 would be Hagoromo, and then number 3 would be Indra, right? So based on all the Sharingan feats, we already know that Indra will have access to. I'm gonna put at D. Look, I'm putting D. Look, the reason I'm putting D is because we have seen no feats of this guy. We know he's strong, okay? But unless you have feats, we're gonna have to put you at D. You feel me? And that's that. Alright, if you disagree, let me know. Go in the Discord and let me know. Okay. Shin Uchiha. Okay, now I have to really think about Shin Uchiha, okay? Because Shin Uchiha has 2 abilities. One, he's got that whole teleportation thing, and doesn't actually take you to your own dimension. It actually just teleports you to a different location. That's all it is. So you don't have to get your own dimension. So it's not kind of like Kamui, okay? You can teleport to a different dimension and you can literally just manipulate weapons, okay? Now look, I'm not going to rank it based on his second ability to manipulate weapons because, trust me, if you can throw a shuriken, you basically got this guy's ability, okay? So we are gonna, let me see, I'm gonna put this Mangekyou Sharingan at C tier, right next to Sasuke, okay? Because it only has like one ability that's literally useful, and that's literally it, homie. If you're like a pussy, right, and you got Mangekyou Sharingan of Shin, and you know you're losing in a battle, you can literally retreat by, you know what I'm saying, warping yourself away, and it's good on defensive ability. Sasuke's one, Amaterasu, is for good offense, okay? Shin's one is for good defense, but there's only one technique in there that's actually useful, and that's why I'm gonna put that at the C tier, bro. Now let's go on to the next one. We're talking about Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan. When Sarada first used her Mangekyou Sharingan, nobody could do anything, okay? Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan is a force to be reckoned with. No one could do anything against her. So she has 3 orbs, okay, possibly 4. I don't know. We don't know what the limit is on the amount of orbs she can have that are literally in the battlefield. If she activates her Mangekyou Sharingan, it's over. There is no fight. Sarada literally controls the battlefield. Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan controls the battlefield. You can throw Amaterasu at her, the orb is gonna absorb it. You can throw anything at her, she's gonna absorb it with the orbs. If she activates that on the battlefield, everybody's finished. You feel me? So that's why, yeah, look, I'm gonna put, this is tough. I'm not gonna lie to you because I got nothing in the A tier right now. I'm gonna put her in S tier. I'm gonna put her in S tier because it's a battle decider. If you have that Mangekyou Sharingan, you activate that, right? It's done. She doesn't even have Eternal Mangekyou yet, right? And her activating her jutsu just takes over everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? She literally is a boss. She just takes over the battle. So I'm put that shit at S tier. Alright. We have Fugaku Uchiha. Fugaku Uchiha, look, man, I'm be honest with you. We don't see any feats of Fugaku Uchiha, right? All this nigga said in the novel, right? I think it was a Itachi novel, and in the anime, okay, is that he could use his Mangekyou Sharingan to capture the Nine Tails or control the Nine Tails. I'm thinking, that's not even a feat, bro. That is literally not even a feat. Obito's 3-stage Sharingan, right? That's all he needed. He had Mangekyou at the time. He used a 3-stage Sharingan to capture Kurama, to basically like hallucinate Kurama. You know what I'm saying? He got Kurama's attention with just 3 stages, bro. So if you genuinely think that you are gonna boast about your Mangekyou Sharingan's ability with a feat that a 3-stage Sharingan could do, my nigga, you're going straight into D. I'm sorry. You might as well have no feats. You know what I'm saying? Might as well put a 3rd-stage Sharingan there. You're boasting about your Mangekyou Sharingan with the feat that a 3-stage Sharingan could do. I'm sorry. That's nothing to boast about. If that's really something, if you genuinely think, yeah, that you got some feet to legs to stand on with that feat, I'm sorry, you're going to D tier. Alright, now, there's only 2 left. And I have to be careful in the way I select. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put Sasuke's Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan 8 tier. Now let me explain, okay? We already know that Amaterasu is strong, right? We already know Amaterasu is strong. So not only is it good offensive, right, but he can control it. Plus he gets Tsukuyomi, alright? So now he has like 3 jutsu. And by himself, by 3 jutsu, okay, with Mangekyou Sharingan. Plus the fact that you cannot get blinded, you can just spam the attacks forever until your chakra runs out. It has to be 8 tier. It literally has to be 8 tier, and that's exactly why I'm going to put him there. You feel me? Plus, after this, he displayed feats of Perfect Susanoo. You know what I'm saying? He was able to do Perfect Susanoo. Now, you don't necessarily need Eternal Mangekyou to, you know what I'm saying, to achieve Susanoo, right? But based on what we've seen Sasuke's Susanoo can do, like, he can literally wrap it around things, right? I don't know whether it's a Mangekyou ability or not, but based on the fact that he was able to do that while he had the Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan, we're gonna put it there. Just straight off, just that, or we could say just based on the 3 jutsu that he now has. Itachi's Tsukuyomi is already dangerous, so now that he has that in his arsenal, that already it should naturally, okay, it should naturally just evolve his Mangekyou Sharingan to the next stage. It should do that, and that's why we put Sasuke 8 tier. Now, final Mangekyou Sharingan, Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan. It's Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan. Okay, now this one's a bit controversial, okay? As you know, okay, so let's talk about the feats of Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan, right? Madara's Mangekyou Sharingan's ability has not been shown anywhere in the anime except from one place, okay? And this is, I think, a Naruto Storm game. In that same game, I remember Kishimoto designed the Susanoo for Shisui, okay? So he was heavily involved in that game. Therefore, we can assume that anything that happens within that game should be canon, right? That being said though, there was a scene where Madara was fighting Hashirama, right? And for a moment there, we literally saw him fighting Hashirama and then using his Mangekyou Sharingan. It was spinning, his Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan was spinning. It spun and the whole fight just reversed, man. The whole fight reversed. And then once it stopped, right, Madara knew exactly what moves Hashirama would make. Then the whole thing replayed again. So we have to assume here that Madara has the ability to literally rewind time, okay? Like to replay time and then go back in time and see if it can do a better move, then play it back again. You see what I'm saying? That is literally a broken ability because you can essentially, you basically have future sight. You can anticipate every single move a person's gonna make before they do it, okay? That's a broken ability. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to put it either A or S tier. It has to be one of those two because look, the reason why it deserves to be an S tier is because look, if you have Kotama Tsukami, you're trying to cast that, right? If you cast that, Madara could use his Sharingan to literally go back in time and see what you're gonna do before you do any of those things. You feel me? So if we look at Obito's one as well, what can it do? Madara can see when you're gonna tell yourself intangible, right, and then mislead you. So I'm not gonna lie to you, you might be able to predict every single movement before it's made, right? But it's not a battle decider though, because here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. It's not battle decider. If you have his Mangekyou Sharingan and you know a move that's gonna be made, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be able to avoid the move. You see what I'm saying? So if, say for example, Madara was fighting Naruto, right, at his fastest, even though he can see a move coming, it doesn't mean that he's gonna be able to avoid the move. Naruto might be too fast for him, right? So that's why I'm gonna put this at 8 tier. So I'm gonna put this at 8 tier. It's gonna conclude the video, man. So yeah, that's my tier list right there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, or actually just hit me up in Discord and we'll take it from there.